Okay, good morning. I haven't gone through these hives in probably a week and a half because I've been busy and it's been raining. But I want to go through these hives really good today and really understand what's going on. I think at least one of them is queenless, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of laying going on. So I'm also getting ready to make a trip to the bee farm, and I need to see what I need. Do I need one queen, two queens? And then I want to get some more bees because, like, this hive here, it's doing okay, but it's really, the numbers are down. So I need to see what I need for queens and what I need for bees. So that's what we're going to do today. Plus we'll freshen all the food. Right now it's pretty much a dearth here, which means there's not a lot of pollen and nectar available for the bees. So that means I really need to be helping them. I need to be feeding them. This frame here is very heavy, full of pollen and nectar and maybe some sugar water as well. But this frame here is also very heavy. This frame is completely full of liquid, and it might be sugar and water because it's not capped. They have two frames that they have the ability to be filling out. That's a queen right here. This one with the yellow dot is a queen. But I've had that queen since April of 2017. And she's really not laying a lot. So a worker bee will only live about around 42 days. They average around 6 weeks. But a queen can live as long as 5 years. But she's pretty much only really strong, viable laying for about 3 years. So a lot of commercial guys and a lot of stronger beekeepers, they usually change their queen after 3 years because her production is going to be going down. This one I know I've had since April 2017 because it's marked yellow. And I don't know how old it was when I got it, and I marked it, so I don't know. But I'm not seeing a lot of laying going on right here. I don't see a lot of babies. There is some. All of these ones that have a brown cap on the top, these are actually baby bees that will hatch out when they're 21 days old. These caps up here, this is honey. This is honey that the bees have capped out. These are baby bees down here that have these brown caps on there, right? So there's not much going on in this box. There's really only a lot of bees on these two frames right here. That's it. That's why I'm going to put at least 3 or 4 more frames of bees in here in this box. This one here is pretty much full of liquid and nectar too. So this box, this one here, I definitely need to put a queen in here. I need to change this queen that's 3 years old. That's for one thing for sure. We should change her. I don't know, I think she was on this one. Was she on this one? No. No. She was on this one. Oh, the bees don't like that. So this box definitely needs a queen, and it needs a lot more bees. At least 3 more frames of bees in here. So we'll get that when we go to the bee farm. So I'm really surprised this old queen is still living, but she's really not laying worth a damn, you know. When the time is right, and it's like summertime time, she should be laying, you know, between 1,000 and 2,000 eggs per day. And as you can see, that's not just happening. That's just not happening right now. So we give them some banana, we give them some sugar water, and some pollen. Just keep filming, honey. 1 minute. Just keep filming. All right, so I was giving them this pollen, but they stopped taking it for a while. So now I'm just going to give each box a little bit of pollen just to see if they're going to eat it. So this one's done. We know what's going on in here. So then, right on here, I know the yellow queen is in here, so we need a queen and more bees. That we know. All right. Oh, this one's got a lot of bees. A lot of bees. On you? Oh, gecko on you. Get off of Am. Boink. Make sure there's no wax moth in here. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to put this over here so they're not flying on you. We got to smoke them a little bit more. Wow, this one here looks like it's doing pretty good. I thought this one was going to be queenless, and it still might be because it's pretty noisy in here. When you take the cover off a hive and it stays pretty quiet, that's a good sign there's a queen in there. When you take the cover off the hive and right away it's bzzz, it's really loud, you can noticeably hear the buzzing, you know that's a good sign that it is queenless, right? But also, as soon as you smoke them, they're going to buzz a lot more. But you get used to it, that you can hear the sound, and you'll have a pretty good idea if they're queenless or not. So let's see if we can get these guys out of here without getting stung. But this one here, we really need to try to see if we see the queen. And they're usually they're not on the outside frames. The bees typically store the honey and the nectar on the outside frames, and all the babies are in the middle, what we call the brood frame. And that's where you're most likely going to find the queen. But she can be anywhere. There's no set thing to it. This one here is also full of nectar. Where? Yeah, you're right. That's a queen, but boy, she looks like a virgin. She looks pretty small. That looks like a brand new queen. Yeah. Ooh, there's two queens in here. Wow. That's another queen right there. I want to be able to put this down without killing a bee. There's another queen just flew back in here. There's a virgin queen over here we just saw. And another queen just flew in here a second ago. Let's see if we can see her again. Wow. Probably gonna have a hard time finding her again now. Yeah. There's 2 queens in this box. See it? Yeah, yeah. There's 1 queen right here. Let me see if I can get my finger on her. That's 1 queen right there. That's 1 queen. And then another one just flew in over here. But this one looks like a virgin because she looks pretty skinny. But there is a lot of drones in here. Although the queen doesn't typically mate with a drone from her own hive. The queen will fly out and mate with queens from other hives. That's typical what they do. They typically don't mate, just like you don't marry your first cousin. The queen doesn't have mating with a drone from her own hive. I doubt we're going to see any more queens if we saw 2. Be very unusual if we saw another queen. Unless, 2 or 3 or 4 queens have just hatched out and they got to figure out who's going to be the boss, and then one of them is going to take the lead and kill any other ones. There's only 1 queen per box. Boy, this hive is really busted out in numbers, boy. This hive's got a lot more bees in here since the last time I looked in here. A lot. Oh, I thought I just saw another one over here now. Got a lot of drones, man. A lot. Take a look, Am, see if you see any more. No, that one there is a male. That's a male there. I think I saw one. Sometimes they run back and forth, A lot of drones, that's good. Before I didn't see hardly any drones, man. We got a lot of drones in there, so that's good. And if they're not for this hive, they got plenty of drones to mate with other hives. This is a frame they're doing a good job of building out. It's almost built out, so that's good. Come on, guys, take a ride. Don't see anything there. But this box definitely had 2 queens on that other frame, and they both looked like they were virgin. You can tell when you look at a queen because the abdomen, the backside, is going to be longer. It's going to be at least like 1.5 times longer than a worker bee. It's going to be thinner and longer. But once she goes out and gets mated, she's going to have a pretty big abdomen. It's going to be noticeably fatter, and it's actually even going to get longer. And if you're experienced, you can look at a queen and know if that's a mated queen or not mated, right? Though both those looked like they were virgin queens to me, right? Let's try to get this last one out of here, see what it looks like. You see these big fat ones right here, Am? See that? That's a male, big fat one. This one can't sting you. That's a male, that's a male, that's a male, that's a male, that's a male. This one, name Drone. Drone. This one, Drone. But no sting. They cannot sting you. That's just the male. See, here's more. See that big fat male right there? Big fat male. All right. But there was definitely queen cells here. That's a queen cell right here. This right here, that was another queen cell. There was a lot of queen cells in here, and the bottom of that one is chewed open, and I can't see if there's anything inside there, but there's definitely queen cells in here. So, okay, there's definitely was 2 queens in here, and hopefully they get out and get mated. So this box is actually doing very well. It's got a lot of bees in it, and it's got at least 2 queens. It's got 2 queens in here. So this box is doing just fine. Now, I'll try to get this water thing back in here. Watch out, baby. See if we can get this thing back in here. This thing's kind of tight. So that's some sugar and water. We're going to give them a little bit of pollen and see if they're going to start taking pollen again, and then I can give them more. Come on, guys. Out of my face. And then we'll give them some banana treat. These guys are fighting. All right. Come on, get out of here. Starting to bother me, man. This one's staying right on me. Come on. All right, let's see what's happening in this third one here. Little wax moth. One right there. Gone. This one here looks kind of weak too. You can really hear them very loud. Let me grab this one here. So this one here, 2 new queen. Lots of bees. I don't know, today's what, June 29 or 30, right? Now, I'm not doing this for this particular reason today, but as you can see, I have on black shorts, black shirt, and nobody's coming near me, right? I got no protection on except for my eyes, right? Bees don't care. So anybody that thinks black sets off the bees, just not correct. Just not correct. Whoop, shit. This one here is pretty much a honey frame. Honey and nectar. This one here, not so good. Wow, that look, there's a queen right there.
Yeah.
But she looks really small, man. That's a queen right there. But she's very small. That's definitely a virgin queen. That's a new queen. She's not mated for sure. For sure that's not mated. Wow, this one's really heavy, boy. This one is absolutely loaded with pollen and nectar. Wow. That thing is heavy, man. Heavy. This is one they're building the comb on. Right here. See, that queen might have come out of this queen cell right here. Right there's a queen cell with the hole chewed out of the bottom. She might have just got hatched out of that cell. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to put this guy back together. Put this guy back in here. Oh, shit. They don't like that. Okay, so I need that. I'll get it. 628, Virgin Queen. So I need some bees too. Oh! All right, we'll do that other box real quick and we'll be done. This one here, you should be able to see what a mated queen looks like and see the difference. Because I'm almost positive there's a mated queen in this one. No, we don't want to do that. Not yet. Put that on there. I gotta take this box. Put it over here. Get a picture over here. See? This box is doing pretty good. Got enough bees in there. But as soon as you open it up, they all go down. Yeah? You smoke them, they're gonna go down a little more. this down here so we don't smoke ourselves out. We'll stay there. Let me grab this here. Oh, that's still got water in it. All right, let's go. All right, that's a nectar frame full of nectar. Then I want to save some time. Slide these all over. Because most likely, this fat queen, she's going to be right over here somewhere. Now down inside these holes, I can see fresh white larvae. I can see little babies. After 9 days old, they're going to put this brown cap on here. So I can see fresh larvae in here. So that tells me that there's a queen in here. Now if we can just find her, that'll be good. This queen is really big and fat, so she should be easy to find. But these right here, these are also queen cells right here. Sometimes they make queen cells and they actually put larvae in there and they stop making a new queen. And other times they make them, they don't put anything in them. Those are called queen cups. If there's nothing in it, it's a queen cup. Please be on this frame. I really like Queenie to be on this frame. See if we see her. But there's a lot of eggs and larvae down there. I can see them. So this girl is laying. There's definitely a laying queen in here. I don't see her yet though.
Queen.
Queen where?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a mated queen right here, right at my finger. This long one right here. You see right at the end of my finger? She just went down to go on the other side. That's what they like to do. They like to run from side to side. They don't like to be out in the light. She might have run back already. All right, but all we wanted to do was see that girl. So we did. And we know she's here. And there she is again. She's right here. I don't want to make her fly, but she's right at the end of my finger is the queen. All right? And her abdomen, the back of her body, is longer and fatter than the other queens that we saw. So I knew this hive was okay because it's got so many bees in it. All right? All right, come up here for me. Okay, so really it looks like I only need one queen. I think I should replace that yellow queen that's getting up at least 3 years old. And I'd probably get 10 more frames of bees and just put more bees in some of these boxes. The more bees, the stronger the box, the better off you are and the better off the bees are. So, I think we accomplished the mission for today. We got a good fat laying queen here. It looks like I got 2 virgin queens in there. I don't know what happened to those original queens. And my old queen on the other end. So I'm gonna get some more bees and at least one more queen. And then I'll have to keep an eye on these 2 and see if they get out and get mated, you know. Usually takes a couple of days after they hatch. And then in a couple of days they'll fly out and they'll get mated with somewhere between 10 and 20 drones. When that queen flies out, she's gonna mate. They do it in the air with 10 or 20 drones. and when the drone disconnects, it rips his little wee-wee right out of his body, and he's finished. So he only gets to have fun one time, and he's going to die. She's going to get filled up with sperm. In her one mating flight, she's going to get enough sperm to lay eggs for at least 3 years. So hopefully those two go out and get mated and come back and make me a happy beekeeper, okay? All right, thank you for tuning in today, and we'll see you on the next video, okay? Bye-bye for now.